Everybody. My name is Chris Johnstone. I am the owner of Connection Incorporated, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 best ways to double your mortgage business guaranteed. So welcome everybody. This is going to be an action-packed event. Now, before we get in today's event, I wanted to share this with you. So in full disclosure, I'm business partners with a gentleman named Carl White, based out of the United States, and he runs, in my opinion, one of the most incredible mortgage coaching programs that exists. And I'm so pleased to be a partner with him. And what we're going to be talking about are the 5 systems that he runs in his mortgage company. And his team did $1.7 billion worth of mortgages last year. And he attributes all of that to 5 specific things. And I'm going to be teaching those to you in today's webinar. What we're seeing on the screen here is the private Facebook group that we have with our members in the Freedom Club. But these people graduate from the Mortgage Marketing Animals program. And the Mortgage Marketing Animals program is an online training program where we teach you all of the principles and give you a community and the support and daily trainings that you need in order to actually reach whatever success level it is that you're looking for in your business. And we believe that one of the greatest success things that you can achieve in your mortgage business is time freedom, being able to own your mortgage company rather than your mortgage company owning you. So right now, if you're out there, if you're working evenings, if you're working weekends, if you're struggling with the time balance when running your mortgage business and you feel burnt out or like you just can't keep up in your business, this presentation is going to be incredibly valuable for you. And the reason why I wanted to start by showing you inside the Freedom Club group is because we have this thing that we call Freedom Friday. And inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals group and the Freedom Club group, we want you to grow your business to a point and put the systems in place where you can be working 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, take Fridays off, never answer a phone or an email in the evenings, and never work a weekend, right? That you can absolutely create a massive mortgage company and never work those hours, but potentially double, triple, quadruple your income. The amount of money that you actually take from your mortgage company and helping people with their mortgages can be dramatically greater while your workload is actually far less. So I realize that hearing that, if that's the first time that you've ever heard that, or thinking about it and actually trying to wrap your brain around, is that actually possible? Can that actually happen? There are people inside this group every Friday that basically walk out, and we have this thing, it's called the Freedom Flag. And they post on Fridays inside the private Facebook group where they are all around the world, not working on Fridays. So here's one from Jennifer, hitting the golf course for a sunset round, Freedom Friday golfing. Here's another one. Tony O'Tulo needs a Freedom Club flag. It got so tattered from all the Freedom Fridays out on Siesta Key that it finally flew off the boat's flagpole, which is pretty cool. This one here, Tony, sitting on a plane headed to New York for a week while my team mans the ship. I love what this group has done for our lives. Thank you, Carl and Tammy, and all your magical peeps. I'm one of the magical peeps in there. I help with a lot of the digital marketing stuff and the systems and processes and all of that incredible stuff. I mean, this one here, Jill, took Friday off to go spend time with her granddaughter. I mean, is there anything better than that out there, right? Something fun. Hold on here. Freedom Friday. My team is handling everything. I spent this morning paddleboarding on the bay with our oldest daughter, the afternoon enjoying the pool at our beach house, playing water basketball with our youngest and my wife, capping it off with a sunset on the bay. That's Friday, right? Like, how amazing is it to have that time? Now, I understand that you may not be there right now, but if you take small steps every single day to put the 5 systems in place that I'm going to be sharing with you on today's training, this can absolutely be a reality. We have helped hundreds of loan officers and mortgage professionals walk through the steps that are necessary in order to get to that point. Because if you have a mortgage business and you are the one that's calling the past customers, you're the one that's out networking with the realtors, you're the one that has to go out and get the business, then the business comes in. Then you have to take the application, talk to the client, and actually get the app, submit the app, right? Then if you're the one chasing conditions and getting paperwork from the client and getting all of those wonderful things, like we have a saying, The hardest working person in the mortgage industry is the loan officer or the mortgage professional that's doing 4 deals a month. And the reason why is because at that level and at that scale, and that's like from 4 deals to 10 deals. But if you're doing everything in the mortgage business, it requires an intense amount of time, and it's almost guaranteed that you're going to be on what we call the loan officer roller coaster. And that is, you have enough time in your day that you can do what we call money-making activities. And that's calling your past clients, going out to networking events, networking with realtors, running marketing systems. You go out and you actually get the business, right? And that's great because when you do those money-making activities, a whole bunch of deals comes in. But then you actually have to process those loans. You have to do the work associated with that. So you stop doing the money-making activities and you start working on the files. You start working with the clients. You start working on the processes, right? So while you're not doing the money-making activities, your pipeline starts to dry up. You're not getting as many referrals. You're not getting as many deals in the door. So you go up the roller coaster on one side, you get a bunch of deals, then you've got to process them and you start prospecting. So your pipeline starts to dry up. You go all the way back down the roller coaster on the other side. Then you've got to go back to the money-making activities. And so if you're closing anywhere between 4 to 10 deals a month, you're most likely on this roller coaster of going out and getting the business, then processing the business. Go out and get the business, process the business. There is what I consider to be a much better way that's less stressful, that gives you more time, gives you more freedom, and it creates more consistent and greater income in your mortgage business. And it really breaks down to 5 specific things. So let's get into those 5 things now, and we'll walk you through. We're going to spend about 45 minutes here. I'll hang out, answer any questions that you have at the end, but know full well that at the end, I'm going to be giving you an offer to join our Mortgage Marketing Animals community. In my opinion, it is the smartest $397 that you can spend in your mortgage business, bar none. So if at any point you're watching this presentation and you're like, yes, this is for me, I'm ready to move to the next level, I'm ready to take control over my business, I want what we're talking about here and I need help implementing it in my business, go to mmafreedom.com. That's mmafreedom.com. You can join today. You can be in the membership and get, like, we're doing a training this afternoon at 2:00 where I'm going through how to get more 5-star reviews in your business and how to automate that process afterwards. That's a members only training. I do members only trainings. Every Wednesday, we do social media happy hour where I teach all about what's working on social media right now. Every other Thursday, I bring you a marketing blueprint, and we literally have a morning kickoff call every morning and a live training for you every single day, plus the archives. It is a phenomenal place to be if you want to be around successful mortgage professionals that are all working on the same systems in order to grow their business. So that link again is mmafreedom.com. Write it down. And then if it feels like it's right for you to come and join our community, you can join at any point during today's presentation. So let's hop into the 5 best ways to double your mortgage business guaranteed. There's a picture of myself when I had much longer hair than I do now with my friend and business partner, Carl White. That's at one of the events. Now, this is a screenshot of, again, a Facebook post that was posted inside one of our private groups. And this person has been in the program for roughly 2 months. We have a process that we call Thor's Hammer, and that is outreach to real estate agents in a very strategic way where we're layering in phone calls, direct messages on social media, and then outreach via text or email, kind of like every other week. And again, there's a document, there's a process on how you do it. And we also give you instructions on how to hire a VA, or our company, Connection Incorporated, can actually make those weekly calls and book you appointments with realtors. We had one of our clients yesterday. We booked 4 realtor appointments in one day. And they've already set up a relationship from that, which is absolutely phenomenal. But this is to give you the front end of that roller coaster, just having a system and a process and knowing that that needs to be done on the same day at the same time every week, but being accountable to a community and actually making it done. These are her Thor's Hammer results of making those calls. So she made 43 phone calls. She had 19 conversations and booked 4 meetings with realtor appointments. Now, that happens every single week. It goes on the tracker sheet that I'm going to show you in today's presentation. And it's just affirmation of if you do the work, you will get the results. But you've got to actually know what to do on each day of the week and then actually do the work in order to get the results, right? And it's a whole lot easier to do that when you're surrounded by a community of people that are all doing the same thing, all working on the same things. Now, here's another one from Kelly. Kelly, again, joined the Mortgage Marketing Animals Connected program. And we do, again, I mentioned a morning show. So 8:30 every morning, we get on for a half hour, and it's like the sales meeting that you should have. It's the power up in the morning. And we're, there's specific tasks that we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the mortgage business. And that kickoff call is there to give you the best strategies to be using that day, sharing success from other members, everybody getting powered up for the day in order to do that money-making activity. So this was Kelly's post. I know you hear this all the time. The morning show is just a huge wow, such a motivator and inspiration. I've hired a VA to call my leads and book me appointments. I'm getting ready to hire another to call and set my Monday appointments, which are the Thor's Hammer calls. So that's your schedule filling up with realtors that want to meet with you, but you not actually having to do any cold calls or actually reaching out to any of the realtors. My thinking like a champion worked, where all I have to do is change. It's an entrepreneurial mindset. And I would never have made that change without you and Carl. And that was to Scott, who runs the morning meeting. Isn't that incredible? Just an amazing way to look at the business. Now, again, you may be sitting there thinking, yeah, that's all well and good, but I've got so much on my plate right now, I can barely keep up. Well, there's really only three problems that we run into in the mortgage business. And I call these the success hurdles. And one is you're not enough leads. So you're not busy enough in the business right now. You may be on this presentation today thinking like, I'd be thrilled to be so busy and working 12-hour days. That would be amazing. Well, you just don't have enough leads. And there's three basic things that you need to do in the mortgage industry to get more leads than any individual producer can handle. We're going to help you solve this problem, but also show you that the right metric is not enough leads. Like I have so many people that come to us at Connection Incorporated and say, hey, Chris, I want the latest Facebook strategy to generate leads in the business. And we oftentimes have to have the conversation of, it's not just about leads, it's about applications, right? There are so many marketing ideas and shiny objects out there that don't actually produce applications at the level that you need them to grow to the level that you want to grow to. And we'll get into this in today's presentation, but basically there's three main ways that you can drive leads. Your past customers, your referral partners, which are realtors, financial planners, investment advisors, insurance professionals. You know the drill, right? And then the third way is marketing and advertising. There is a law of diminishing returns as you go down that list. So marketing to your past customer database is going to get you the greatest return on the investment of your time and your money, because the leads are the highest quality leads that you can get. They're already pre-sold on working with you. When they come to you, they're looking at doing a deal right away. So there's a short closing window. So you activate that revenue and profit in the business quickly. It's just a phenomenal way to grow the business. And it's exponential. When you do a good job of reaching out to your past clients on a monthly basis and calling them on a quarterly basis, that stacks up and it compounds, and you get more and more referrals the more you stay in touch with your database. So the first thing that you should be focused on is your database marketing. The second is referral partner marketing. That's also exponential, because every new referral partner that you get to send you business, whether it's a realtor or a financial advisor or a wealth planner or an insurance professional, they're not just going to send you one deal. It's not like going out and running an ad and getting one client. When you start a relationship with, let's say, a real estate professional, an average real estate professional should send you roughly 6 deals a year. Well, if you keep that relationship for 3 years, that's 18 deals that you've gotten from one conversion. So again, that's exponential. If you want to grow your business by 1 deal a month, you need 2 real estate partners. That's the basic math to it. So if you want to grow your business by 2 deals a month, you need 4 real estate partners. And you just keep doing the math and then doing the activities and having enough appointments in order to be able to set up the relationships with realtors that you like working with, right? That actually have deals to send you. Those are 2 critical things that you've got to take care of. And again, we're going to show you how to do that. Then When you've done those success activities, you've set up your proper database marketing systems, then you've set up your realtor attraction strategies or referral partner strategies, then you look at marketing and advertising, okay? And I can tell you right now, I own a digital marketing agency and all we do is work in the mortgage industry. And if you're out there trying to generate leads and customers from Facebook ads right now from cold traffic, you're gonna have a hard time. The Facebook pixel stuff that's going on right now is dropping the quality of the leads that are coming through those funnels dramatically. Right now, what we're recommending to our clients is get as many 5-star ratings and reviews as you possibly can on your Google My Business page, and then boost those with a very specific type of ad campaign that we've figured out here at Connection Incorporated that boosts those 5-star ratings and reviews locally on Google. Then you do a Google AdWords campaign. And then if you need more leads, then you can get into Facebook and Instagram. But when we're running digital advertising campaigns for you, we focus on your past customers. So give us your list of past customers. We're going to run ads to just those past customers. Then give us your list of the realtors that are in your local marketplace, or target realtors that are in your local marketplace and show ads to them first before you go to cold traffic. So when you have the problem of not enough leads, there's more than enough ways to solve that problem. What you really need is time set aside every single day to work on building your pipeline and to know what to focus on first so that you can actually generate results quickly and build the momentum that you need in your business. So that problem is actually pretty easy to solve. You just need the roadmap to follow, right? Now, not enough time. This is probably one of the greatest hurdles that we see in the mortgage industry. And what we find is that most people are out fighting fires. And what they're actually doing is spending 90% of their time focused on things that aren't actually bringing in new business. It's processing activities. And processing activities, and we'll talk about this in a second, but those are wage-based activities where you should be paying somebody per hour in order to do those tasks so that you don't have to do them, so that you can go spend your time on the money-making activities, bringing loans in. That's how you scale. But you've got to know, who do you hire first? What's their job responsibilities? What do they do? How do they do it, right? And that gets you out of the 90% of the activities that you're doing in your mortgage business that's sucking up all of your time. Because most of us, if we're honest with our time and what we're doing in our mortgage business, you're probably only spending 10% of your time outgrowing the business by marketing to your database, getting new referral partners, networking with people in the local market. Think about what would happen to your business if you were able to focus on that 100% of the time, and new applications went to a process and people that you have in your organization that can then process that for you. It's absolutely transformational. And the great thing about it is when you become the rainmaker, you really only have to do that like 4-6 hours a day, and you get all of that time back for whatever you want to do. Like you saw at the beginning of the presentation, spending time with your grandkids, spending time on the boat, spending time golfing, right? Those are the activities that we want you to be able to do while your business is running and growing and hitting the metrics that you want and increasing your personal income at the same time. You can have both, but you've got to have the systems and the discipline in order to set that stuff up. Now, the third thing is not enough bandwidth. And that's where your business just can't process more deals, right? You've got enough leads, you're happy with your time balance, but you just can't process more deals through the business. So right here today, we're going to help map out a plan to remove the areas of the business that are holding back that pipeline and holding you back and get you to that next level. So that is our process for today and what we're going to be walking you through. And I'm going to be giving you these 5 things. Now, this is our proven success plan. Again, I mentioned Carl and his mortgage team funded $1.7 billion in mortgages last year. Last month, they funded 743 loans. Obviously, an individual producer you just can't do that, right? So there's a team and process in place. All of that is based on these 5 principles. The first thing is what we call the daily success plan. And it's how you can never feel lost or overwhelmed in your business again, because we're going to give you one activity a day for 4 days that you actually implement. And that almost guarantees the growth of your mortgage business. I'm going to give those to you here today. Then we're going to talk about the power hour. And the power hour is incredibly important because if you don't take control of your time, your day will take control of you. So we've got specific activities to do every day and specific time each day to do those activities. And I'll show you how we map that out. Then I'm going to show you how to close more loans while you're actually working less. And this is about what we call the acts of freedom. So what activities do you need to be handled in the business for you to have freedom? I'm going to show you how we map that out and how you can take a look at your business and map out what those activities are specifically for you so that you can get more freedom and open up your pipeline and fund more deals. Then I'm going to give you our complete marketing blueprint. And these are where to focus to get the best leads right away, and walk you through the entire marketing blueprint. And then I'm going to show you how to guarantee your success. And we're going to talk for a second about something that's a little bit weird, but we're going to talk about human peak performance and about why some people are able to succeed and look like they're having a ton of fun doing it, because they are, and why some people seem to struggle and go through the same struggles over and over and over again. So that's what we're going through here today. If you're excited, if you're really looking forward to this, leave a comment in the Zoom section and let me know that you're looking forward to this. If you're watching us on social media, if you could hit us with a like and leave a friendly comment below on what you're looking forward to most in today's presentation, I sure would appreciate it. So thanks again for being with us. Now, this is the Daily Success Plan. We also call it the DSP. And this is one focused activity, and it's simple. One simple focused activity, just 4 days a week. Because remember, we want you to get to a place in your mortgage business where you're taking Fridays off. You're working 4 days a week. You don't work evenings and you don't work weekends. Okay. It's not that your business isn't active during that time. It's just that you're not the person that's responsible for the business throughout those time periods. So you don't actually have to be taking the phone calls, responding to text messages, getting the emails. We get you to a point where your team is handling that for you. You've got loan processors that are actually building that for you. So on Monday, we're attracting and converting new real estate referral partners. And again, we're spending 1 to 2 hours on every single Monday doing the success activities that are actually going to generate results. Now, I'll share with you one thing that we developed with our members inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals community. So I'm doing a process in our business at Connection Incorporated where we're reaching out to specific individuals that we want to do business with using my Facebook account. So we take our personal Facebook account, we send a friend request to that person. When they accept it, we send them a direct message through Facebook and we say, hey, thanks for connecting. I've got something that I think you really might like. Here's what it is. If you'd like to discuss it a little bit further, I'd love to hop on a call with you. What do you think? They say yes. I shoot them back an appointment link, and we're booking appointments with top performing mortgage professionals all across the country with that very simple strategy. So we took that, I presented it during one of our social media happy hours to all of our members. And I said, hey, look, if you've got your Thor's Hammer list and you're just calling those people, have your VA go into your Facebook, send friend requests to them on whatever social network they're active on. When they accept the friend request, then you send them this template. We created a template and we sent it out. Well, lo and behold, right, direct messages on social media are getting a better open rate and a better response rate than we're getting through email or through the direct phone calls. So now we've got this incredible strategy that can be outsourced to somebody else so you don't actually have to do the work. And we're booking even more appointments with realtors that want to work with you. Again, we also have something that we call the Irresistible Offer that we give to realtors that gets them really jazzed up to talk to you. So it's not just like, hey, I want to talk to you about my mortgage business and my products and my services. We have the Irresistible Offer, which actually helps them generate more deals right away. And you're able to go in as the mortgage professional that helps them grow their real estate business. It's a phenomenal way to open up the conversation, even if they're already sending business to another mortgage professional. In almost every single case, they are already sending business to another mortgage professional, but we're able to go to them and say, hey, look, I don't want to upset any of the existing relationships that you have. All we want is the opportunity to work the business that we bring to you. Does that sound fair? The Irresistible Offer uses the assets that the realtor has to bring them in new business. You get that business and then you work that into a full relationship with the realtor. It's a very simple, easy process once you have it. And again, That's all you're focused on Mondays for 1 to 2 hours in your business, is just giving that irresistible offer to partners that you know that have a considerable amount of business to send to you. And you're just tracking the numbers like you saw with Jennifer's stats at the beginning of the presentation. I believe it was Jennifer. And she got 4 realtor appointments in one day. Well, if you think about that, she spends Monday getting the 4 appointments. She does the appointments on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then that just starts all over again. How much of an impact would you have on your mortgage business if you were speaking to 4 new realtor prospects every week, right? And it can be more than that. We've got some members that are, they'll do 12 or 16 appointments a week with realtors. And when they get this thing scaled up, it's all based on how busy you want to be. But Mondays are all about your referral partners. Tuesdays, we do the Just Ask campaign. And this is where you're going out to everybody that you currently have in process. So every deal where you're actively working on a deal with somebody, you're reaching out to the realtor that's involved in the transaction, the realtor on the other side of the transaction. And then there's a bunch of other professionals that you can reach out to. And again, we have this all mapped out inside the membership as to like who you call, what scripts do you have for them, all those wonderful things. So what you're doing is you're reaching out and just asking for the business. It is ridiculous how successful this campaign is when you use the script and you just ask for the business. So again, on Tuesdays, you're reaching out to warm people that are already associated with you, that are already doing business with you. And you're just using those relationships to open up new relationships by asking for the business. So, that can be realtors referring other realtors. It can be clients that are referring other realtors. It can be there. Again, we've got a whole process for it and all the scripts inside the membership. But Tuesday is just asking for the business. On Wednesdays, you work your database. And the way that this works is you take your database, however many past clients that you have, right? And you divide that number by 3. Then you divide that number that you've got by 4, and that gives you your weekly call list. And so what you're doing is you're calling your entire database every quarter, and you've broken that down into weekly chunks. And on Wednesday, you sit down and you call that chunk of the database using the script to get referrals, to get refinance business, to get new realtor referral relationships. Again, you just have to follow the script and make the calls, and you do that on Wednesdays. Now, we also have in there COI, which stands for centers of influence. So these are the people that aren't necessarily in your referral sphere, but these are people that send you business. These are the connectors in your marketplace, the social media influencers that the title companies. Title company is actually a bad example of that, but centers of influence would be like somebody that you have that's influential within your church that's always sending you business. You're just calling them and thanking them and being like, hey, you sent me a deal last month. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is there anything I can do for you? You're just maintaining that relationship. And again, there's a script for that. But again, when somebody sends you a deal and you take the time and effort to call them and thank them, when you give that positive affirmation to that activity, you're going to get more of that activity and you're going to get more deals. We see this over and over again in the membership. So we do that activity on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, we call your pre-approved and lookings and your A-list. And those are your A-list of realtors that you're already doing business with. Monday is all about bringing in new referral partners. Thursday is all about maintaining the relationships with the referral partners that you currently have. And doing all those wonderful updates as well. And that's your pre-approved and lookings and your A-list on Thursdays. And then Freedom Fridays are all about relaxed reflection, spending time doing what you want to do, but also from a high level, recharging your batteries so that when you get back to work on Monday, it's easy to do your success habits because you're charged up. You just had a long weekend every single weekend where you're able to fully recharge, fully plug back into whatever it is that gives you your energy. And that could be your family. I mean, ultimately, we get you to a point in your business where you love your business so much, your business jazzes you up when you go in and work on it. But Fridays are all about freedom of doing what you want with that time. And when you're a newer member, you're going to spend Fridays working on business systems and putting in place the things that you need in order to get to the point where you can fully take Fridays off because you've got the team built, you've got the systems built, you've got the processes built. But normally that Friday time is like, look, I don't fight fires on Fridays. I don't process paperwork. I don't do any of those activities that have been sucking up my time. I have a whole day to work on implementation of the mortgage marketing animal system so that you can get to a point where it's like, okay, I have all the systems set up now. Now I can take Friday off. But everybody in your organization is already used to you having that time because it's been blocked off to actually work on the business, not in the business, right? So Fridays are all about walking through that process of getting you from where you are right now to where you want to be, and having a dedicated time and focus in order to be able to do that, which is incredibly powerful. So that is the daily success plan. Now, this is Robert. He's a member of ours. And this is what he said about joining the Mortgage Marketing Animals. They helped transform my business to a level I never thought possible. I went from averaging 18 purchase contracts a month to now averaging 171 closings a month. And the best part is that I am now working fewer hours and traveling with my family. I highly recommend it to every loan officer. There's actually a live event happening today in Florida that Carl is hosting. And one of the stories that I love about Robert is Robert brought his wife to one of the events. And when Carl came into the conference room at the very beginning, she literally ran across the room and hugged him and said, "Thank you so much for bringing my husband back," because Robert is a very driven, very intelligent, very amazing individual. And he was driven to grow his mortgage company. And a lot of us, when we get into the business, we think if we just work a lot harder, we're just going to get a lot better results. But when you get into that, a lot of us forget about the other side of it. Like, okay, when am I going to be able to actually dial back the effort? Like, when can I stop working so hard? And when you get your business to 18 purchase contracts a month, you can't just step back to that and be like, you know what? I'm kind of burnt out. I'm just going to go back to 10 deals a month. It's like, because you're responsible for all of that at that point. So it's the systems and processes that free you from the business without you having to decrease your income or decrease the number of deals that you're doing every month. And so I absolutely love Robert's story. That all starts with taking control of your time and having at least 1 to 2 hours blocked out Monday through Thursday to do the daily success plan. Now, when you're doing your daily success plan, you have to have time chunked. We call that the power hour, because if you don't have this on your calendar, this is an appointment that you set with yourself to do the daily success plan. If you don't schedule that hour in your calendar, it will get eaten up with fighting fires and all of the time sucks that we all have around us all day long. So it has to be a scheduled appointment with you. Your office door is closed. Nobody's allowed in. They know that you're on your focus time. You're not allowed to be bothered. Your cell phone off, email off. All you're doing is you're focused on the activity that is going to grow the business and put these systems in place. And this is so important when you're organized with the tools and the resources that we give you inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals, because you know exactly what to do. It's Monday, I'm doing the Monday activities. It's Tuesday, I'm doing the Tuesday activities. Because if you don't know exactly what to do in this focused time, you'll spend all of the time getting organized and not actually doing the work. It's difficult to get started on doing the work. Like, nobody wants to pick up the phone and call a past client and say, "Hey, how are you?" and read the script, right? But when you do that activity for 3 weeks in a row, you have some really great conversations, then it's easy to do it. But you've got to discipline yourself to actually do it. That's why scheduling the time is so important, and having the plan for that day mapped out in front of you. So your only option is to sit down, look at the plan, pick up the phone and do the work, because otherwise your brain is going to trick you into doing anything other than the thing that's actually going to get you results. Let me say that again. If you don't pick up the phone and if you don't do the work, you're not going to get your results. So you may be in a position right now in your business where you're thinking like, "Hey, I'm doing 3 to 4 loans a month. I want to get to that next level." That is going to require a little bit of discomfort and a little bit of effort and doing the things that you need to do in order to get the results. And you've got to have that cadence of discipline. So you do it for 3 weeks by following the system until you've made it a habit. And then, man, it's the sky's the limit once you have a habit created in your life. That's what the daily success plan and the power is all about, is instilling a habit of success with you inside your business so that you generate the results that you need to create the income, the systems and the processes so that you can bring people in to have other people doing the work for you, right? So the power hour, we give you all of the documentation so you know what you need to do. You know who it involves, you know when you're doing it during the day, and we give you a tracking sheet. for each of these activities so you know why you're doing it and you can actually keep score, you can keep track. Again, at the beginning, I showed you the Thor's Hammer scorecard, 36 phone calls, however many contacts were made, like 12 or 13, and then 4 appointments. Well, you track that every week and you realize, hey, last week I made 36 calls. This week, I was able to make 46 calls and I got 2 extra appointments. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see what happens if I can make 60 calls. And then the next week, you're trying to get 60. Oh, hey, I got even 2 more appointments. Okay, so I went from 4 appointments to 8 appointments. Okay, now it's exciting. Now it's a game. Now it's something that you can really focus on. But if you're just going into the office and like randomly calling realtors every so often, it's just like, man, calling realtors sucks. This is not fun. But when you put a habit in place and you've got a scorecard and you can motivate yourself, I mean, that's all professional athletes do, right? And it's all about that why. So we're going to show you what to do, who it involves, when you do it, and why you're doing it so that you can track your results over time. And this is Justin. He joined Mortgage Marketing Animals to get some tips on how to convert real estate partners. And one of the things that he was looking at is he was calling a lot of realtors. So he was doing the activities, but he wasn't getting the results. And the reason why was because he had just got a random list of realtors from his marketplace and he was calling everybody. Well, the problem with that is you don't know how much business they're doing. So even if you get a yes, if they're only doing 2 transactions a year, it's like, okay, great. I'll send you the deal I can send you this year. But for you, that's not going to move the needle enough to make you excited about it. So we've got to know who's on the list. How many deals are they doing? Is it worth it to reach out to that person? And my personal belief is you need to know if that person's cool to work with or not, right? Because it's like if somebody's doing 200 transactions a year, but they're a jerk, it's like, no, thank you. Like there's far more realtors out there than there are of you, right? So you need to know that they're doing good business, they can refer you business, but that they're cool and they're going to be fun to work with so that you can actually spend your time at work in your mortgage business, working and communicating with people that you like and that you respect and that ultimately become friends and that you want to hang out with, right? That's what it's all about. So being structured in who you're actually going to reach out to is so important. So Justin came in and got super focused on, okay, I got a list, but I got the wrong list. Let's go get you the right list and let's start making these calls. In just his first month of following the plan, he learned how to identify the perfect real estate prospects and booked 6 new appointments and already received 4 new deals in his first month of joining the program. And he'd been calling realtors for 4 months before that without a single referral, right? And just dialing you in on actually what's going to get results while you're doing the Power Hour activities. Now, this third core fundamental in growing the mortgage business, we call the acts of freedom. And this is all about getting you out of the activities that aren't generating results for you. And that's chasing paperwork, working on documentation. Like you should get a deal in. And in the beginning phases, when you're still teaching your LPs or your loan processors, you're going to have to teach them how to structure a file. But eventually you'll get to a point where you can just be like, hey, we've got an application to take. I'm going to give you the borrower. And off they go. The rest of the system is taken care of. So all you're doing is you're bringing in loans, you're passing them to your loan processors, and they take care of anything else. So if you're doing anything in your business past that point, that is sucking profit out of your business because you're spending time on things that should be done by dollar per hour people in the business while you're going out and growing and getting the business. And most people in the mortgage industry are spending 90% of their time behind that line doing the busy work of actually processing the loans. So the acts of freedom is about identifying what you're actually doing with your time in any given week. And so what we do is we walk you through an activity where you've got a timer and you track what you're doing in 15-minute increments. And you write it down on a sheet of paper. And then at the end of the week on your Freedom Friday, we've got a time chunk where you sit down and you look at, okay, where did I spend all of my time on all these activities? You write them down on a sheet. And then we use that sheet to create a job application for the first person who's going to come into your business who's going to free the time that you need to go out and generate the additional revenue that you need in order to start putting people onto your team. Carl tells a story about his first assistant. When he first started transitioning from being an individual loan officer to starting to build this massive team, his budget was enough to hire somebody for 4 hours a week. That's all of the additional income that they had in their mortgage company to hire somebody, just 4 hours a week. So he ran a job ad. He suspended his disbelief, right? That like nobody is ever going to take a job for 4 hours a week. He ran the job ad and had multiple applicants and found the perfect person for that job. They came in and they just answered the phone and helped to process paperwork while Carl took those 4 hours and he called past customers and he called realtor referral partners. Within 2 weeks, he had generated enough loans that he was able to then bring that person on full time. Well, all of a sudden, he got almost 30 hours of his time back on those activities that that person was doing. Rededicated that time to going out, calling past customers, calling referral partners, and starting to build the business. And that's what the Acts of Freedom is all about. Identifying those things that are sucking up your time, finding the right job application, because we've got a full structure. Pardon me if that was loud. We have a full structure inside the business of the loan processor, right? So the way that your business works is you sit at the top, right? You do the rainmaking activities, and then the business comes in, that business goes to your loan processors. Then your loan processors have assistants that help them. And so a deal comes in and you've got a hierarchy of people with all of their roles and responsibilities and checklists for everything that need to be done. And we just go through the process of chunking out those people in the organization until you're able to step back. And that is the Acts of Freedom, so that you can spend 80 to 90% of your time doing what it is that you love to do in the business. And that's different for everybody. Some of you like hearing the Thor's Hammer calls. I am assuming, because this is my take on it, like I will never ever cold call a realtor. I know tons of people in the mortgage industry that have that same mentality. Well, that's great, because guess what? There's a job application for a person that loves doing that and that can fill your calendar solid with realtors that want to talk to you, and you never ever have to make a cold call, right? Identifying the things that you love about the business, the things that give you energy rather than taking energy, the things that absolutely make your business a joy to work in. You identify those time chunks, and that becomes your job responsibility. That's your role within the organization. And we're outsourcing everything else to other people who love those things. Like for me personally, like taking a loan application and then working on underwriting guidelines is just I can't even fathom having a job where that is my responsibility every day. That would drive me bonkers, right? Well, I know people and I have met people within the mortgage marketing animals that have been hired into those positions. It's like, man, if I could just read funding guidelines and then fit people into those guidelines, that's my nirvana. I love that. It's my perfect job. Some people absolutely love doing the activities that you don't love to do, right? Brian Tracy's he's got a great book out there. It's called Eat the Frog or something like that. I'm paraphrasing that. I probably got that wrong. But the whole premise behind the book, which I absolutely loved when I was first getting into entrepreneurship, is like, take the hardest thing that you have to do in the day, the thing that you absolutely hate doing, do it first so that it's done. And then the rest of your day is gone. And we've shifted our philosophy on that. Like, we believe that you should never eat a frog in the first place. You should have somebody on your team that thinks that a frog is caviar. They absolutely love it. And they're the person that does the job because they're going to do it better than you. They're going to do it faster than you, and they love it, and they get paid to do it. So it's better for everybody. It's better for the borrower. It's better for your internal team, and it's better for you, right? The Acts of Freedom can get you to that point where you're surrounded by happy people doing all the things that need to be done, all working on their unique talents while your business continues to grow and you have more free time. Okay. Now, this is Paul. Paul's actually grown to become a personal friend of mine, an incredible individual. Him and his wife, Andrea, are amazing. And they joined the Mortgage Marketing Animals and then upgraded to the Freedom Club. When they did that, they were closing 7 loans a month. And in a ridiculously short period of time, it made a massive change in both our personal lives, business and personal lives. Sorry, I'll read it directly so I don't mess it up. We have gone from being chained to the office to now traveling around America in our RV with our family for 6 months out of the year, every year. Last month, we closed 41 loans without setting foot in the office. And the office is taken care of by people that are doing the things that they love to do, while Andrea and Paul are out doing the things that they absolutely love to do while traveling around the country completely remote with their family, which is absolutely amazing. So those are our three things. We've got the daily success plan, we've got the power hour, and we've got the acts of freedom. By taking those and taking control of those things, you're focused on the activities that are going to grow the business. Okay. You've got focus time in order to do those activities, and you're outsourcing all of the things that are holding you back and clogging up your pipeline so that you can grow the business and you can get to a point where you can scale to wherever it is that you want to be for the personal income target that you have for you. Now, let's talk about filling up that pipeline once you get those processes in place. Now, this is your complete marketing blueprint. Please feel free to take a screenshot of this. We're starting on the left and we're working our way over to the right. Again, this is where I tend to shine within the membership because I'm a digital marketing nerd and I own a digital marketing company where we will do like everything that we've talked about today: calling your past customer database, calling your realtor referral partners to book appointments with them, running your marketing on Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Connection Incorporated will do all of that work for you. We will call your database and generate customers from your database. We'll run your CRM marketing to your database for you every month. We will book you solid appointments with realtors in your calendar if you don't want to make those calls. We have that as a done for you service. Same thing with the marketing side of things. So I'm in this every single day, as is our team. And we know that advertising to your past customers is the highest rate of return that you can get on advertising. Then advertising to referral partners is going to be the second greatest advertisement that you can run on Ryan. And then third, running direct market advertisements, you want to get as many ratings and reviews on your Google My Business profile and then boost those with ads on Google. Those are the highest quality direct to consumer advertisements that you can run in the mortgage industry right now. So we'll dive into this a little bit in depth. We want to be cognizant of time here, so we won't go through all of it. But when you're advertising to your past customers, we like to run a process called Social Alchemy. And that is an automated CRM process that goes out and generates 5-star reviews from every single customer that you have. So if you're out there right now and you are closing deals, but you're not automatically reaching out to get Google reviews, okay? I'm not talking about reviews through any other service. Okay. These reviews the client has to go to your Google My Business page and leave the review on your Google My Business page. You have to have an automated CRM process that follows up with them over time in order to get them to do that. Another helpful tip there: ask for the rating and review before the deal closes, so that afterwards, when you ask for it, they're expecting it and they expect to leave a rating and review. Now, the next advertising campaign that you absolutely must have running in your business is what we call the Database Activator. And that is an automated campaign that goes out to your database once a month and phone calls that go out to your database every quarter. And basically, the way the Database Activator works is we call your past clients. If they don't pick up the phone, which is most of them don't pick up the phone, there's a text message that goes out the next day. If they don't respond to the text message, which is actually where we get the majority of the responses from, is the text message. If they don't respond to the text, we send an email out. And if they don't respond to the email on day 4, there's a ringless voicemail that's recorded in your voice, right? That gets sent out on day 4. And we find that we'll talk to anywhere between like 25 to 30% of your past customers through that process. And we normally convert about 5% of whatever the database size is into new business. So if you've got 100 past customers, you should do 5 deals every time you run the Database Activator campaign. And over time, the longer you run that sequence and process to your database, the more deals you're going to do because you get more deals over time. And then we do database retargeting ads. And that's in addition to the newsletter that gets sent out, the birthday reminders that get sent out. What we do is you take your list of past customers, you upload it to Facebook and Instagram and Google and YouTube, and you show ads to just your past clients. So your budget is like $5 a day. It's $150 a month in advertising, and you get referrals through private Facebook groups and direct referrals online. It's by far the easiest and highest return ad spend that you can put onto the internet marketing landscape. And most mortgage companies are completely missing this. So when we get to referral partners, we have a program that we call the local celebrity. And that's where you run ads to just the realtors in your local marketplace. And you show them your past customer reviews, you show them a little bit of content, and then you show them the call to action for the irresistible offer. And we actually have realtors that see the irresistible offer, go to a lead generation page, fill out their contact information, and then book an appointment with you entirely automatically. So you're just sitting there at your office working on growing the business, and ding, a little calendar invite pops up, and that person has booked into your calendar, and it's a realtor that wants to speak to you about giving you their leads for free and allowing you to go into their business and help them grow their business. It's a phenomenal campaign, highly recommended. The next is the irresistible offer, and actually going out onto Facebook and going out to your existing referral partners and giving the irresistible offer to them. Because again, you get paid to do that because you get mortgage applications from their leads and from their past customers. You're able to process those into pre-approvals. You give the pre-approvals back to the realtor. So the client wins because they would have just gone somewhere else to do the business, right? You win because you get the mortgage application, you get a mortgage customer, and the realtor wins because they weren't advertising to their past customers and they weren't following up on their previous leads. They were just sitting there completely useless. You came in and activated them, and everybody gets something. It's a win-win-win situation that you create using the irresistible offer. And then we also have the ultimate real estate conversion funnel. And that's where you can actually generate leads for your real estate partners, put them into our CRM that we've developed that's called Connect My Leads, and you actually generate mortgage applications from those leads and then refer them back to your realtor. So we'll stop there, but that's the majority of what you need: your past customer marketing, your referral marketing, and then advertising those 5-star ratings and reviews that you're getting from the Social Alchemy campaign with ads on Google My Business. This is one of our clients, Mike. In the past 6 months, he's closed 34 new deals. Those are funded deals as a result of the online marketing systems that we helped set up for Mike. And he hadn't even launched his database marketing system yet when he left that testimonial. What we were doing is he's on the front page of Google with his 5-star ratings and reviews, and closed 34 deals in 6 months just from being on the front page of Google with those 5-star ratings and reviews, which is amazing. Now, chances are you've heard this presentation. You're like, okay, yeah, I know. I need to call my database. I need to do a better job of that. Yeah, I know I need referral partners. You already know that you need to do most of this stuff, right? Well, here's the $1 million question. Why haven't you done it? That comes down to peak performance. If you look at Michael Jordan, Jeff Bezos, Roger Federer, they all have a very common thread. All top producers, the Olympics are happening right now, right? All of these top producers, like how many people do you see winning a gold medal where they don't pan over and show the coach, right? And the coach is just absolutely thrilled. That coach is there traveling halfway across the world with that athlete because the coach is the person who is helping that person achieve peak performance, right? 3 steps to peak human performance. You got to have a proven plan and you've got to have goals. You got to know where you're going. If you're just in your mortgage business being like, I just do mortgages, and you don't know what your quarterly goal is and your semi-annual goal and your annual goal and what your targets are and where you need to be and whether you're on track or not, you're just listless out there, completely open and exposed to market dynamics and market forces. Like, rates go up or down, that's going to affect your business. Well, if you know what your goal is and you've got set activities, really the market fluctuations can be pretty dramatic, and you're insulated from that because you know the activities that you need to do in order to get results, and you've spent the time building the momentum that you're insulated from it. Having a proven plan and goals makes it so that you know where you're going and you're actually on track to getting there. The second is activity and accountability. Again, we can all know what we need to do, but if there's not somebody that you need to check in with, and if there's not a community of people around you that's helping you through that and that you're accountable to, like, hey, if I don't make my Thor Sammer calls, On Tuesday morning, people are going to start posting inside the Facebook group that they made their calls and look at how many appointments they did. And I'm not going to have anything because I didn't do the work. Well, that's enough in most cases to, let's face it, that phone is 10,000 pounds, right? It's really hard to pick it up and make that first call. But if you're in a community of almost 1,000 other loan officers that are all making those calls and posting their results, then it's easy breezy to pick up that phone because you can see all of these other people are just like me. They're all doing the exact same activity and they're all getting results from it. Well, I may as well just do what they're doing and get the results as well. So then it's real easy to start making the calls and following the script. But activity and accountability is key to success because that builds momentum. Momentum builds habits. Habits create sustained results and growth. And that's what we want for you. And the third thing is daily support and coaching. Let's face it, you're going to run into areas of the business where you need a script, you don't know what to say, or you stub your toe in a marketing campaign, or you're just having an off day and you need somebody to pick you up and be like, you know what, you can do this, right? That's what your coach is there for. And that's what the Mortgage Marketing Animals community is all about, giving you the proven plan with goals on what you need to do and when you need to have it done by. Then activity and accountability. So we surround you with coaches and an incredible community of people that are there to keep you accountable and let you know what activities you need to be focused on each day. And then we give you the daily support that you need. We're the only coaching program at this price point. It's just $397 a month to get involved in this thing. And we do daily trainings for you. And we have a phone number that you can call between regular business hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You can call and talk to a coach. Is the only program that I know of at $397 a month where you can actually pick up the phone, call, and talk to a coach whenever you want, as often as you want, right? It's incredible. And you have everything that you need for peak performance inside the membership. So today is the day to join the Mortgage Marketing Animals Connected membership. When you make the leap today, you get a Kickstart coaching call, one with the Mortgage Marketing Animals team and one with myself. The Mortgage Marketing Animals team is all about looking at your systems and processes that you have set up in your business to identify the one thing that you need to get started on in order to get the most results the fastest. The second is with either myself or my team, and we're going to look at your marketing and advertising. And we're going to map you out a marketing blueprint so that, again, you get the maximum results for your particular business. Just that in itself has a $397 value. Just getting on the phone with both our teams to map you out and give you a clear plan. So, I mean, just that. Go to mmafreedom.com, invest today. I'd love to have you as a member. Now, I also mentioned you get daily training calls. So 4 days a week, because we practice what we preach. Fridays we take off, right? You can still call the office on Fridays, but we don't do a live training. But we do a training every single day of the week on what's going to make you successful so that you can plug in on that. We've got the support hotline that you can call at any time, and you get access to all of our marketing templates. So if you want to learn how to generate purchase leads or refinance leads or reverse mortgage leads or whatever type of leads that you want, our blueprints at Connection Incorporated that we use to deliver client accounts to our customers, you get access to those inside the membership so that you can pick any type of lead gen that you want and get that going in your business. You get access to the morning meeting with Scott Hudspeth, which is the sales meeting that everybody should have. So 8:30 every morning, we meet for that meeting. And then you get access to the Value Packed private Facebook group, which is my favorite part of the program. You also get weekly training for your referral partners. This includes a membership in Agent Mastermind, which is $197 value per month. We include that in the system. Kathlena, welcome to the program. Great to have you. We've got a complete library of past training. So we've done, I mean, there's 7.5 years of training inside the membership. I call it the Google of mortgage information. If you've got a question about growing your mortgage business, you can just go to the search bar on the homepage, type it in, and we've got a training on it, either a trainer that we brought in to teach about it or training that we've produced internally on it. And if the answer isn't there, you can just ask and we will create the training for you. We will answer your question or we'll get you on the phone with a coach that can answer your questions. So if we take a look at the value of what you're getting today, the daily training in the archives, easily there's people selling information programs out there for $2,000 that includes far less information in them. So we put a value of $2,000 on that, even though I think that's light. The one-on-one Kickstart calls are a $1,000 value. Like we charge personally at Connection Incorporated. If you want to get on the phone with us and just have us walk over your marketing campaigns with you and make those changes, it's $1,000 for a one-on-one call. In order to have that done, you're getting 2 one-on-one Kickstart calls, one with the Mortgage Marketing Animals team and one with my team. We put a value of $1,000 on that, easily has that value. The digital marketing templates, again, if you come to Connection Incorporated and say, hey guys, I want to refinance funnel on Google, the setup fee for that is $2,000. You can come into the Mortgage Marketing Animals membership, download the exact template for it, and you're off and running right away. Then you're also getting access to an Agent Mastermind membership, which is $197 a month. You can go buy Agent Mastermind for $197 a month, or you can join Mortgage Marketing Animals for $397 a month, and you get access to that for free. So you're quite literally getting $5,197 in value today for just $397. Now, we also have some bonuses for you. First is the golden ticket. So I mentioned we're having a live event today and tomorrow in Clearwater, Florida, where I believe there's like 200 loan officers attending that event for 2 days. It's absolutely incredible. Those tickets were $397 to go to that event. When you purchase a Mortgage Marketing Animals membership, you get a golden ticket for you and one guest to come to one of those live events that has a $397 value that you're claiming today. We also have a training called the Database Marketing Plan. I mentioned getting your database, uploading it to Facebook and Instagram, and running ads to those people. We have an information program on just how to do that. We've sold that information program in the past for $2,000. You're getting full access to that 7-module training course when you invest today. You're also getting our Retargeting Blueprint, which is another information program that we set up that shows you how to place your retargeting pixel on your website and on your referral partner's website, and then showing ads to those people that you already know are hyper engaged, and it generates great leads for you. So that program, again, $2,000. Then you also get access to a one-on-one online ad analysis. So if you're currently running ads on Google or Facebook and you want my team to go in and take a look at those lead funnels that you're running right now, we'll review those. Again, that's a $500 value that you're getting access to today. So the bonuses are worth $4,897 that you get access today. Add that all up, it's $10,096 in real value that you're getting when you join MMA today. So right now, head on over to mmafreedom.com to join the membership. There's more details on the sign-up page when you get there, but head on over to www.mmafreedom.com to take the first step in a new life of freedom and time freedom and growth and really just a community of incredible people around you, helping you to reach your goals in running a more successful mortgage business. Now, you are 100% protected. All of the risk is on us for the first 30 days. So if you get into the membership and for whatever reason you're not happy in the first 30 days, we'll give you 100% of your money back. So there's literally no risk for you to try this today. All of the risk is on us to make sure that you have a phenomenal experience and that you get far more than $397 of value in order to do this. I mean, just the intake call with MMA on looking at the one thing that you need to do in your business in order to get results. I mean, if you close just one mortgage deal from that, I mean, the average commission on a mortgage deal is $2,500. So you're paying for like a ridiculous amount of the membership. In the first couple of months, you've paid for years of the membership on what you're able to achieve. So I'd like to leave with this quote: procrastination is the thief of time. Time is the only asset that you can't buy, and you can never get it back, right? And this program right here is an accelerant. You could go out and do all this on your own. Absolutely no problem. But when you do it with almost 1,000 other loan officers that have already achieved what it is that you want to achieve, you can learn with those people, talk to those people, ask those people questions, get a blueprint, get the scripts, get the templates, and know exactly what you need to do. The time that it takes for you to get results is just a skip, as opposed to a lifelong journey in your mortgage business. How long do you want it to take? 5 years or 3 months? It's your choice. You can solve that time problem with $397 today, right? So don't let procrastination rob you of your time. take action today. Join us inside the Mortgage Marketing Animals. You're absolutely going to love it. And if you don't, we've got the full 100% 30-day money back guarantee. So you're completely protected in the first 30 days. So head on over to mmafreedom.com. I cannot wait to see you on the inside and inside the private Facebook group. When you get there, hit me up with a direct message, and I'd love to celebrate your membership and seeing you inside. So again, my name's Chris Johnstone, and on behalf of our entire team here at Mortgage Marketing Animals, we are really looking forward to helping you grow your mortgage business. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next training. If you have any questions, feel free to type those into the chat. Our team will make sure that they get taken care of. If you're on social media and watching this, just leave a comment below the video. We'll make sure you get taken care of. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.